One.
And we are live. You know what it is, baby? The realest podcast in the nation, American Cholo. And today, my man's running late because he had to get a haircut, homie. But better late than never. My man from Latin Wealth. What's going on, player?
What's up, man? How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. Nice to see you again.
Good, good. It's been 2 years.
Has that how long it's been?
It's been 2 years.
It's been 2 years. And to this day, I still don't know your first name, bro.
Mario.
I just call you Latin Wealth, homie.
Latin Wealth. Hey, you know what, bro? A lot of people do, actually.
Yeah.
I met people and I've like invited them over. Like, hey, bro, what's your name? I just call you Latin.
Yeah, no, eventually you will take on the name, the persona of your platform and what it is. And, you know, talk to me about your platform. I seen you start it up and it's dope, homie. I really enjoy it.
Really?
Yeah, I do, bro. I think it's dope.
I appreciate that a lot, actually, because I put in a lot of effort, man. So what my platform essentially is entrepreneurship. We promote entrepreneurship to the Latino community. I've always, personally, like when I was trying to become an entrepreneur, I didn't have no guidance. The guidance I did have was back in Mexico, and you know that's just kind of too far to be like calling them and asking them for stuff.
Right.
So I would go on YouTube, try to look up for advice. Most of those people are just old white men. You know, no one looks like me. There's no one I can relate to. No one with the same background. So I feel like, man, I see a lot of like black wealth. I see a lot of different ethnicity groups, you know, where they're promoting entrepreneurship, promoting investing, promoting just financial literacy in general. And I was like, well, why don't I start something? You know, instead of complaining and saying, why don't we have something? Why not start something?
That's right.
Why not be the difference?
That's right.
But yeah, man, we focus on entrepreneurship, fitness, and mental health. I think that's something a lot of our community doesn't talk about. And, you know, fitness and I think business kind of tie into all of that.
That's right. So what's like some of the stuff that you've learned along the way that you're not, you know, how long you been podcasting now? For a little bit over 2 years, right?
Under 2 years, but it's about to be 2 years.
It's about 2 years?
Yeah. From the podcast game itself, first and foremost, you're not going to make everyone happy.
Oh, facts.
Mostly if you're a based podcast, right? What I mean by based is like you share your own personal opinions and views. Again, not everyone's going to agree, but being a based podcast, it's technically difficult to grow. But once you find that niche, you know, it kind of becomes a compound interest of growth.
Yeah, especially on a political stuff and more if you're conservative. You know, if you're a conservative podcast guy, especially in the Latino community, it's tough, bro. It's tough because you get, you know, like the jackass we had on Instagram today.
Oh, yeah.
And as a matter of fact, let's make him famous real quick, Chris. This is, let me see who he is right now. Yeah, let's show the slide real quick, Chris. All right. Let me show you, see if we recognize this guy over here.
Hopefully he's watching, man.
I hope he's watching, bro. I hope he's watching. There you go. Frame that. Joel Fernandez. Conservative Latinos are sellouts, according to him. Pause one of those real quick, Chris. And then
okay.
Let me read it out real quick. Go to another one. That's the guy. That's Mr. Joel Fernandez. He is out of the Santa Clarita Valley. He, after Mario posted that he was going to come on the show, he had a thumbnail with myself, Trompito in the middle, and Mario on the other side. And the first thing, sellouts. And I told him, wait a minute, you're in real estate. Why don't you put something on your website that says, I only do business with Democrats or something like that, right? And his response is, money is green, not racist, like your wannabe dictator going into all that BS, right? But to me, that is literally the definition of a sellout. Somebody who sells out for money. So in other words, he's like a lot of Hollywood. He's like a lot of the liberals. He's like a lot of the politicians. They want our vote, but they don't want our difference of opinion. So he's a perfect example of the hypocrisy that goes on with the liberal people. He's out of Santa Clarita, which is a very conservative town. And do you think he does business with conservatives out there, Mario? I
definitely think he does, bro. I think 90% of his clientele is probably conservative.
And the part that I don't get a lot of times when it comes to liberals, not all, bro, but too many of them, I can sit across from a liberal, and I do at work all day long. There's a superintendent that we get along with great, and we shoot our shit all day long, fool. But at the end, we never get into our feelings. Only because you have a difference of opinion than me doesn't make you a sellout. I looked at his IG. He's over there playing golf, doing this. And I told him, hey, bro, I could easily say you're whitewashed. Look at you, man.
That's true.
We don't play golf. No, but we do. You know, we come in all colors, shapes, and sizes. And politically, we definitely do. And if he's going to call us sellouts, then make sure any conservative out there in Santa Clarita, anybody tell Mr. Lender out there, Mr. Jose, you could put his picture back up there. Put that WAPO picture of him. There you go. And put me another one for his IG page, Chris.
Let's give him a shout
There's
out.
one more. Yeah, there's one more. There you go. SCV_lender, homeboy. That's the guy, Joe Fernandez. Shout out to you, my man. I hope you keep doing business with just liberals and just super Democrats, homeboy.
Hey, bro, shout out to you because we actually have
You can get out
a
of
similar thing in my platform. It's called Libtard of the Day. And well, you obviously made it on American Cholo's Libtard.
Oh, is that what Libtard of the Day? I used to call
Libtard of the Day.
I was gonna make him. I haven't done it. I'm winning the Pendejo of the Week award, homie. But Libtard of the Day is a good one.
That's a good one. That's my Instagram story. I'll screenshot the comments all day, bro.
Oh.
Mostly when they're like the one comment we got, like, oh, he doesn't like your brown skin. Like, bro, what?
And at this point, him saying that, look at the polls. The polls will tell you that as Latino, especially men, they're shifting, bro. They're not voting Democrat anymore. Does that mean we love what the Republicans are doing? No, but at least with the Republican Party, I can have a difference of opinion, and I'm not being called names like that.
That's true.
And that's the problem. Like I said, with the left, you got to get in line. You got to have every single ideal that I have. If not, I'm a racist. I'm a homophobe. I'm a No, bro. I am a man with my own opinion. I am a man with morals and values. And you obviously are a guy who will do business with me, but behind my back, you're talking shit.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what he's doing, bro. So I just want to give him a shout out.
A lot of people do that, though. A lot of liberals are hypocrites when it comes to stuff like that. And the thing about it is, like, for example, like myself, when I had my detailing business, I just recently sold it last April. Anyway, so when I had my detailing business, I would post like pro-Trump stuff on my personal pages.
Yeah.
Like, I'm talking about, like, I would keep business on this side and personal on this side.
Absolutely.
But somehow, some way, there'd be one or two people that would find both. And when they would find both, you would see, bro, on Yelp, I was called, like,
shit.
oh, he thinks he's a Trump Jr. He thinks this, like, raza, be careful, this and that. Bro, when I'm telling you they tried, like, canceling me 3 different times, they tried.
Oh, I'm sure.
But the funny part about it is when you're there in person, oh, they're the nicest people.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Until they find out your identity, like, political identity, oh, now you're an enemy.
Yeah,
Like, you know what I'm saying?
And with this guy, the only reason I put his thing up because that's where you're commenting on. You're commenting on your business page, and you're commenting on that I'll take your money, but I won't take your opinion. You know, so that's why I'm putting him on blast, homie, because that's what you want to do. But if he just went on there, and I have people on my page all the time, like just trying to have regular conversations, I'm down with that, homie. I'm down with that. But I feel a certain way when you call me a sellout. That to me is the equivalent to somebody calling a black man a house Negro.
But you know what's funny, though? It's like, you're not really a sellout, bro. You're still in your hood.
Oh, no. Bro,
Like, what I'm saying a sellout would be is like you're voting Republican and you live in a Republican county.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? And yet you're still worried about a Democratic county's problems.
Right,
Like
right.
he
He
is,
lives
right?
in a conservative place.
Exactly. It would be a sellout if you were doing that. I don't understand how people would call you a sellout, mainly with your background
Because-
and then you still being in the area you're in.
I could have lived in Santa Clarita. I could have lived just about anywhere in the same, you know, like realm out here. But you know, when me and my wife were looking, and I've said this story before, it was like we went here, and then finally we're like, dude, why anywhere we're gonna move to somebody's hood. I mean, so I'm like, I might as well move in mine. You know,
Yeah.
bought a house in my hood, giving turkeys away this November in my hood. You know, that guy, I don't know where he was raised, but I'm almost sure he wasn't raised in Santa Clarita.
Yeah.
And if he was, he's been sheltered from the rest of the world. I mean,
True.
The reason I'm a conservative is because
You're exposed to it.
yeah, I want family values. I don't want people talking sex about my children. I don't want people having secrets in schools about sex with kids. I want law and order. I want to work, take care of business. It's like, it reminds me of when you hear when people were kids and somebody's doing their homework, getting A's. Oh, you're a schoolboy. Oh, you trying to be white. Like, oh, motherfucker, I'm trying to elevate my game.
Yeah,
homie.
facts.
Right? And I think that kind of thinking is backwards, man. And it holds us backwards because it holds us from actually having conversations, say, hey, you know what? No, there's stuff at the Democratic Party I don't like anymore, bro. And I've said it plenty of times. I didn't leave the Democratic Party. They left me. They left me for the outrageous, crazy stuff they're going on the left. And to me now, I'm like, nah, bro, I'm not down with that, homie. How do you feel about the Democratic Party? Were you ever like towards that side?
Yeah, definitely, 100%. So I'm 24 years old, right? I'm a Gen Z, right? My generation is, predominantly gay, and predominantly liberal.
It's a cool thing, bro.
To them, I guess, not to me, right? Now, nothing against that community or nothing, but I will say that in my generation of schooling, Obama was pushed on us.
Right.
It was 2008 when I was in second grade. I still remember watching Obama's inauguration on TV. They made us sit down in class and watch it because he was the first black president.
Of course, history.
But I will say, when I was watching that, it motivated me, because at that time, I'm born here, but my parents, speaking Spanish at class, I'm over here thinking like I'm straight Mexican, like I'm born in Mexico. That's what I used to think. Like I used to think that, right? But in reality, I was like, I'm American, right?
Yes.
I used to be like, damn, that means I could be the first Mexican president. Like that was my mindset back in the day. So it kind of motivated me, and that's why I became a Democrat, or like at that time I thought I was a Democrat.
Yes.
Until I think the third or fourth grade, when they kind of started talking about politics,
right?
And they spoke about the different values that each party has. So by I think elementary school, I already kind of knew I was a Republican, but I was a closeted Republican. Like I was afraid to talk about it because in my class, like the kids, when we're learning about all that stuff, they would talk about how the Republicans are bad because of what they're hearing at home.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? So I didn't really become a full-on like Republican, MAGA Republican or whatever until high school. So this is around 2016 already.
Oh man, that was in the wrong time.
And I was in high school. I was I think either around it was the ending of sophomore year, early junior year.
Right.
When President Trump was running for office, and Bernie Sanders at that time was big, Hillary Clinton and all that. And I was in high school. Keep in mind also, this is when the first LGBT club started.
Oh,
like
okay.
the students started having like a one teacher was
the
like
Rainbow Gang.
Yeah, it's because the thing is all right. Let's be real, man. We're from LA. The weirdos hang out in certain areas of the school. Okay, I don't mean to put them like that, but talking LA terms, that's what it is, bro. And it got to the point where maybe, I don't know, they didn't have a place to hang out, so they started hanging out in like teachers' classrooms. Oh, see what I'm saying? Uh-huh. And then it became to where like they would have anti-bully clubs to where those anti-bully clubs became gay clubs. Like where it's like, oh, you're gay, come in here, you feel safe. This is your safe zone. So it started my junior year. By senior year, I'm sorry, they were doing protests for anti-gun violence. They were doing pride stuff, and I was like, bro, what are you guys doing? I still remember thinking at the anti-gun violence, like they had signs that say guns kill people. And in my head, I'm like, they don't. People kill people.
Absolutely.
Right? But it's stuff like that where it's like me and the homies would be like in the corner in our little like table, and we'd be like, look at these fucking dumbasses, right? Like entre nosotros, But other than that, bro, I think it was school, bro. School was making me become a Democrat, but because I grew up very Catholic, I stood on my morals and values when I kind of found out what both parties stood for.
And back then I was bumping F Trump, homie. F Donald Trump. Back then I hated Trump, bro. I
was on the same boat, bro.
Yeah,
I was on the same boat. I used FDT. Best thing ever, bro.
All day long, bro.
Yeah.
I was saying F Donald Trump. He's not so much. I just knew he was a bigot. He was this and that. But at this point, it's like the ship is about to hit dry land. We're about to dock this thing. We're about to destroy it. The old man who's steering the ship into the rocks, into the glacier, his next captain in command is saying, I'm gonna do the same exact thing. And it's like, no, bro, we need to steer over here. I mean, the perfect example is with these hurricanes that are happening. Prayers out to Florida, man. They just got hit 2 weeks ago. They're gonna get hit again. The last one at North Carolina, $750 per person. The same thing that gives to the people out in Hawaii, $750, and you're passing legislation after legislation after, not even legislation anymore, just passing straight bills, money. Ukraine, Israel, billions and billions, and they're giving out billions of dollars out there like it's candy.
Yeah.
But when it comes to our own people,
we're nothing.
We're nothing, brother. It's insane.
And I think one thing I always point out when I point that out, liberals always say like, oh, it's because how are you going to let Russia take over? What if they come over here? What if they make it over here? Bro, they're not going to make it over here.
They're not making it.
If anything, they're just going to take over Ukraine and stop there. They just don't want look, the whole issue with this Ukraine-Russia thing is NATO and their laboratories right next to their border. I think that the U.S. would be doing the same thing if China or Russia was trying to make a fort or a base right in the southern border, bro. Come on.
No, they're gonna invade Mexico.
Yeah, they might. They might.
No. If Russia got together with Mexico and say we're gonna make Mexico one of our
Soviet Union
allies, and we could put a base there. No, America would be in there like this, bro.
It would be the same situation. Now, another thing, Mexico is leading that way, though.
A lot of places are leading that way.
I mean, if you look at the last Mexican Independence Day of last year, they invited China, they invited Russia, they invited Nicaragua, and Cuba. All those are communist countries, bro.
All those are communist countries.
You know? Oh, Venezuela was there too, actually.
I think a lot of the world is just like tired of the bullying, and tired of the pushing that. And
bullying of what? What do you mean by that?
I think the bullying is like, okay, for instance, Iran. Iran's a big powerhouse. I was having a live before you came in, and I was saying, dude, they're punking these fools. They're literally saying, there's somebody there we want. We're going to drop a bomb in the middle of your city. And that's what they're not dropping in the desert. They're not dropping it in a base. They're dropping in the middle of the city. Say, hey, so what? What other country can just go in there and say, could you imagine, let's say Cuba, saying there's somebody in Florida that we don't want, and they drop a bomb in Tampa?
It'd be a game over for for Cuba.
It'd be game over, but the Americans are still doing it. Israel's still doing it. So it's leading us more and more to war. As far as like RFK, that was a huge move when RFK endorsed Trump.
Definitely.
He is royalty in the Democratic Party. His family is royalty in the Democratic Party. But as he stated, this is not the same party. As like I said, the Democrats left me. This is a party now that wants war, bro.
Yeah.
These are the warmongers. Yeah, that's what they're doing. And all that money that they're giving to Ukraine, they're not all of it going to Ukraine. It's going to the middleman, which is what? The big old manufacturers of these weapons.
Yeah. You know what, guys? I also would like to invite you all to go on the government. I think it's the government. I forgot. Anyways, there's a White House. They do response. I think accountability.
Yes.
Government accountability. There's a website for their where you go Congress and they hold them accountable. They tell you all the bad things they're doing, and if you go on there, you will find the Biden family's crime. Pretty much how they money launder from China, from Russia, and it's true. They have bank statements. All this is true, but the media won't tell you that. But if you go on that government, website, it has literally the bank statements. It has everything, bro. Everything.
What do you think about Trump saying he would give Elon Musk a seat at the table to go in there and pretty much do an audit on the whole government where all the money's going?
First and foremost, I think if Elon Musk accepted that job, I'd become rich.
He accepted it.
I'd become rich.
He accepted
what
it.
I mean by that, because of crypto.
Okay.
Right? And we'll get into that. But I think that's a good move. I think that's a perfect move. As much as, it's kind of weird, right? Liberals drive Teslas, but they don't believe in the Elon Musk ideology. It's kind of weird. I really don't understand that part.
Musk used to be a king to them. Yeah. Musk used to be, and everybody.
Because of climate change.
And Trump was the same way. Everybody loved Donald Trump, bro. Everybody used to love American Cholo, man, until I turned Trompito. Now they hate me, bro. That's just the way it goes, bro. Anybody who doesn't align with the Democratic powerhouse that they are, they're going to try to smut you up. They're going to sit there. Now all of a sudden, everybody hates Musk. So Musk is doing more for this country than 99.9% of any liberal.
You know, it's funny, man. I got a comment today saying that Musk is attacking free speech.
Oh, geez. No way. No.
Yeah, I commented back. I put, please educate us on how he's attacking free speech.
Absolutely.
No comment.
No, because there's not, bro. He's the one that bought Twitter because all the censoring that was happening during the Trump administration. And the FBI has came out and admitted it.
Yeah.
Facebook has came out and admitted it. When Biden Hunter's laptop, everybody knew it was real. They had, and think about it, and they haven't done anything. 50 people from the agencies wrote a letter or signed a letter saying it was fake news, it's a Russian hoax, laptop does not exist, when they all knew it did, bro. They all knew it did, but they didn't want it to affect the election. That is election tampering.
That is election tampering. Now that you said Russian hoax, when that literally came out to be fake.
That came out to be Hillary Clinton's campaign was the one that started that rumor and started that whole thing going and kept pushing it, but it was all lies. But the thing is that he who controls the media controls the narrative.
Oh yeah.
And the liberals, they control the media, bro.
Oh, yeah.
I'm watching CNN today when I get home from work, right? I'll go through all the news channels, and I'm like, dude, this isn't even news. I feel like the anchor at CNN is like a Democratic politician is taking shots. Taking shots. I'm like, where's the news, bro? Where's the news?
It's too biased, bro.
Majorly biased.
That's why I like Newsmax.
Newsmax is pretty good.
Yeah, I like Newsmax.
News Nation, I think, is another one.
I don't know if you know Bullshit Real News. I think that's what it's called on Instagram.
You know what? I think it just popped up in my feed. I think I just follow
that one, my boy.
Because
Because that one be posting like all the videos of the war and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Like unfiltered and shit like that.
It's more and more of that stuff's popping. But the crazy part is how quick they like censor stuff like that, bro. Anything that's not to their liking, like on TikTok. We were here a few weeks ago, and we're having a conversation like this.
Yeah.
And I just had the TikTok going
Screen
live.
going, yeah.
I get, you are blocked for a week. I'm like, what the f-? Yeah, bro, the TikTok blocking
And
for a week.
it was just because of the conversation.
Just like this. It wasn't no crazy. It was just like how we're having this conversation. TikTok sent me a notification. You can't go live for a week. You're blocked for a week. Yada, yada. I'm like, wait a minute, dude. You see girls popping it all day long. You see people getting shot on TikTok. You see all kind of... But us just having a civil conversation, that'll tell you that they're trying to stop Americans from just having these type of conversations.
And wait, weren't they trying to pass legislation to have free speech on social media? That was a couple years ago, right?
Yeah. Only when it goes towards their favor, bro. That's all it is. Once,
okay.
And I think that another thing, I know that the Democratic Party is seeing a major shift in African Americans. And also Latinos.
Oh, yeah. I think food community. I seen them post that Hillary Clinton say that if they lose their social media control, they lose control.
Yes.
That's crazy. I think it's crazy that she's making statements like that. But you know what I'm saying?
It's true. It's definitely true.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And you're seeing it, and you could even see it in like the endorsements of Kamala Harris. You have a few. You got huge ones like what's her name? What's the singer? Come on, Chris.
Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
You got Taylor.
She just endorsed Harris.
Yeah, Harris. You got Taylor Swift. You got what else?
Travis Kelce, her boyfriend, because technically that'll bring in his fan base.
And
I mean, this
Magic
was a conspiracy
Johnson.
though.
But you don't have the big push that you did with Biden. With Biden, you had every star.
Oh, yeah.
This time, people are staying silent, and silent means a lot. Like even when you don't vote, with like my wife, she's like, I'm just not gonna vote. I don't.
Nah, you can't do that.
I don't like. No, to me, it's fine because you know what?
Really?
Yeah, for my wife's a Democrat, bro.
Oh.
my wife's a liberal. My wife's a straight.
You don't want her to cancel out the vote?
No, that's perfect. I tell her that's fine because what that shows is there is no enthusiasm in that party because they know that Harris is full of it, bro. They know Harris is full of it. Harris. Hey, so how you gonna fix this? I'm a middle class American. Did I tell you I'm a middle class American, dude? Now every single interview she's had. So I'm a middle class American, and it's like. Did she just say that again? It's like the 20th time.
She dodges the question, bro. That's what happens. She dodges the question. She talks in a lot of gibberish just for you to think you got an answer. You know what I'm saying? And then it's funny because typically the person interviewing her will ask her again.
Oh, dude, I don't know if you've seen the CBS interview she just did.
No.
Oh, try to pull that up, Chris. Just try to pull some clips from the CBS interview. They jam her up, and the guy did a great job, dude. The reporter, he asked her about what was he asking her about? He asked her about the border, right? And he's saying, would you change anything in the border? Do you believe that the border was too lax at the time? And she's like, well, it was a prior administration. Yeah.
Oh, I seen it. The one where she's saying we cut immigration by half, we cut the influence by half. Bullshit.
Right.
Yeah.
And he keeps asking her the question. Nothing. He asked her pretty much, is there any like regrets you have? No. It's like, and then about the money, how are you gonna get the money to fund all this? We're gonna have the rich people pay. And he's like, yeah, but this is real life. Like, how are you? You can't just say
that. Yeah,
I'm gonna have the rich.
There
people.
needs to be a plan.
There needs to be a plan. I got so many votes in Congress. What the plan is gonna be? This. I'm gonna do a new tax thing.
She didn't even get nominated.
He asked her that too, bro. That's it.
I think was it the same one where she was saying? I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think she was also talking about brain freeze, bro. I forgot, but she was. There was. I think they asked her a question. Oh, the border. Other than the crossing and stuff like that, they asked her if she went, And then I think
Oh, that was the original one when they said,
Yeah.
we've been to the border. Yeah, but have you been? No, but have you been to the border? I haven't been to London. Like
that was years ago. Yeah. But there was something recently, man. I can't remember. But hold on, I want to give a shout out. I seen some of my some of the homies on the comments. So shout out to Culture Uncensored. He's always in my DM sending me some good cool stuff. Shout out to AZ. That's actually my engineer, my studio engineer.
Nice.
So he's on there. And then I think I seen one more, but I can't remember.
We'll see him right now. Go ahead and play some of these clips, Chris. Let's see what they got. Yeah, these are comical, bro.
Oh, these are gonna be funny. Yeah, these are the ones I seen. Definitely.
Yeah, she is not prepared to be president, bro.
You think she has a mic in those earrings?
I do.
Have you seen the earrings? Yeah.
Well, no, I seen that one where she was talking and she's like, "Oh, hold on." She was like, she had the same kind of earrings on.
She literally stopped like, "Hold on." Yeah, I seen that. Yeah.
All right, let's go, Chris.
With your administration.
Correct.
But there was an historic flood of undocumented immigrants coming across the border the first 3 years of your administration. As a matter of fact, arrivals quadrupled from the last year of President Trump.
Hey, you think she's thinking or listening?
To loosen the immigration policies as much as you did.
Oh, they don't show it has been. Oh, they didn't give it. No, they didn't have the answer. Yeah, we want to hear the answer, Chris. Yeah, her answers. Yeah, they are destroying her for that interview, dude.
You know what? I got a question for you,
shoot.
American Cholo. As Attorney General, did any of your homies or anyone you know personally get affected?
No, I don't think so. She was Attorney General for California, right?
Yeah.
In general. Well,
because I met people affected by that.
Then she had to have, yeah, for sure. I'm sure she locked
like
some
weed
people up.
with stuff like that.
But with that, I don't really hold it against her that much because
that was her job.
That was her job. Yeah, that was her job but it was just some of her answers after, saying, "Oh, I smoke weed too," and all that didn't look all that great. I think she may be a great prosecutor and all that, but she doesn't know how to run the country. She has no clue what's going on because every single answer has been scripted for her already.
Yeah.
It's already there. So she already comes out, but that's why it looks dumber and dumber every time you hear it, bro.
You think Obama is giving her the answers, helping her out?
I don't know so much Obama. I think she has a team of people. Okay, they're going to ask you this. And that's where I think Trump dropped the ball on the debate. Yeah.
I mean, he only really dropped the ball when the cats and dogs thing. Really.
No.
That's what I felt.
That cats and dog thing, I think, was better. Was great because it brought attention to that town in Ohio that needed that attention.
Very true.
He dropped the ball on a couple times. When she was asked about the border, she was smart enough to know Trump's weakness. Trump's weakness is mess with his ego, right? And she diverted the answer and said, "Yeah, he's over here worried about the sizes of the crowds at the rallies, yada yada yada." And he got into his head rally, and then went to him, and then he started, "My rallies are huge." Like instead of saying, as you can see, she doesn't want to answer the question. She's accusing me of rallies. I don't want to know about the rallies. I want to know what you're doing in the border. I want to know what you're doing this. She did that more than once. She said that about the border. There was another one that it was the same thing, and she played on his ego. And are you better today than you were 4 years ago? They asked Harris that. She diverted all around, brought something back to Trump, and instead of Trump saying, she couldn't even answer the question.
Exposing her.
Yeah, she couldn't even answer. Look what she did. She ran around it, tried to insult me. I'll tell you right now, no, we are not better today. Now I'll give you the rest of my time as Harris. Take it. Are we better today? And have her answer the question because the answer is no, we're not better. They are running, and it baffles me how people get fooled so easy. They're running on a campaign like if Donald Trump is president. And like if Donald Trump has been in office for 4 years.
Yeah.
You've been in office for 4 years. So all this stuff that you say you're going to do, why haven't you done it?
Oh, yeah.
And I always use a phrase like, I've had you as a contractor for 4 years. My house is in shambles, bro. I got this other guy, and I ask him, hey, what are you going to do? Okay, I'm going to pull up your flooring. I got this kind of flooring. I got this kind of heater. I got this kind of drywall. I got this company. I got this. I got that. And I asked you as a contractor who's been here for 3.5 years, okay, this guy, see what he's giving me? What are you going to do for us? I'm going to make this place a happy place. This is gonna be a great place to work.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
Okay, but how are you gonna make it a happy
Yeah.
place? Her economic plan, what is it called, Chris? It's called the.
Is it Build Back Better again?
No. It's what is it called? Somebody in the chat, give it to me. It's called something like "Love for Everybody" or some kind of
Some emotional based something.
Some emotionally based answer, bro.
Yeah.
And emotions don't pay the bills, and that's what I've been trying to tell people. So to me, the price of food, the price of eggs, the price of gasoline, the price of just shelter in general, it's out of control, bro.
You know what's crazy, man, is when you met me, I think I had just recently moved out. I think it was a year in
Right,
or a couple months in or something like that. And I've been, my girlfriend and I moved out. I was 21 at the time. She was 19. And it was just really rough on us, bro. Like, imagine you're moving out. Things are going fairly well. And then policy changes hits, inflation hits, and you're barely starting your life.
Yeah, bro. No.
See, I understand there's a lot of 24-year-olds that live at home.
Oh,
you
many,
know,
yeah,
sleep
for
on the
sure.
couch. I understand that. But a lot of us are really trying to start our lives. We're really trying to build our empires and stuff like that, bro. And it's very, very hard, bro. Like, again, I'm essentially middle class, so inflation is affecting my groceries. It's affecting, bro, my rent, my electricity bill. It's like, until you have those type of real life problems, you're never going to understand why someone becomes a conservative.
Yes.
Right. And I think that's a major thing to talk about. And something I want to highlight, and more later in this episode when we start talking about let's talk about the taxes then. A lot of people don't realize that the most important part when it comes to politics is your wallet, right? Your wealth, your net worth, whatever you want to call it, right? How you're maintaining your family, how you're feeding your family, right? If that's not the number one thing when it comes to voting, you have your priorities wrong, right? If it's abortion, if it's social justice or whatever, you obviously are probably a single cat lady or a weirdo dude that lives on his own. Like, it's someone that doesn't have a family, someone that doesn't have anyone to maintain, you could say. So, talking about tax policies, I do want to highlight why it's important, right? Mostly for our community, right? A lot of our community, 44% of them are middle class, right? 18% of them are actually upper class. So the majority of our community is upper to middle class. Right. Now, we still do make up 38% of the lower class, right? So that's where it's kind of like we're not seeing a strong shift to the conservative side, but we're not seeing a strong shift to the left side either, So highlighting the tax policies kind of makes you, make decisions, better decision making, right? Then you'll see how, okay, if I make this much money, how is that going to impact me? Am I going to have a higher tax return, or am I going to have less taxes and more money to save and invest, or even go out, spend it on yourself, right? Now, I do want to highlight, again, the different income brackets, right? Because it all affects everyone very differently, right? And their answer of always like, oh, we're going to tax the rich, the 1%, the 1%, the 1%. The 1% is so small, right? And they actually pay a lot of our taxes. It's a proven fact. I think they pay over 40% of our taxes in overall, right? But in reality, bro, the ones that are really impacted are the middle class, bro.
Yeah, we're carrying the bulk of the weight, because even if you were to tax the rich more, they're not gonna feel it. Like the rich right now, they don't feel the egg prices.
Oh, no,
They don't even go to the market, bro.
They make money because they own that stuff.
Yeah, they're not feeling that. And when I speak about like inflation and all that, I do it from a place where I've been doing my work for 25 years. I make good living, bro, but I can feel it. So to me, it's like I can only imagine like what you and your girlfriend are going through, as far as you finally got your new place. I remember when me and my girl were in our 20s.
Yeah.
We got our new place, but back then you can survive, bro.
Oh, yeah.
You can survive. Nowadays, and I see this on myself, like I don't see the tree growing anymore. It's like the leaves are drying up a little bit, and the government's wanting to take more, and they want to take more, and we're not getting anything in return.
Well, it's not only that, bro. They want to take more and more and more, and yet they allow the Federal Reserve to continue to print more money,
Inflation.
which devalues our dollar, which causes inflation. And inflation is not transitory. I don't know who invented that lie, but inflation is technically caused by new money being put in the system.
Yeah,
right. That's literally how it's caused, and it affects you, right? When those policy changes take effect, like the Keystone Pipeline. First thing Biden closed down was the Keystone Pipeline. What happened to gas prices?
Goes up, bro.
Goes up.
Funny how that works.
Right. And then we get in a war, and guess what again? It goes back up.
It goes back
Not
up.
only that, but when you go, if you live in California, which I'm pretty sure most of your fan base does, and you look at the taxes on there, 60 cents of each gallon is going to Gavin Newsom's, you know, capital, you know, funding.
Yeah,
it's like, all right, yeah, we're funding roads with that, but how much sales tax do we already pay? How much income tax do we already pay? And yet, whatever happens to that railroad?
Oh, that's going to nowhere, bro.
It's been what, like 15 years?
They're like 16 billion into it. Yeah, it's all union money. It's all going to the unions, and then the unions go ahead and put money into their pockets for their campaign. It's a big circle. It's a big ecosystem of corruption, bro.
Oh yeah, and unions are corrupted. Like, yeah, I know there might be some union guys in there. My dad's a union guy, actually. IOW 13. So, you know, it's one of the biggest unions out there. I will say, man, unions are corrupted. Reason why I know is because when we were voting for LA City Council, a lot of people, you know, I was at that time really voting for IOW's benefit, right?
Yeah.
My father, my family, my grandfather actually was a longshoreman. Actually, my grandfather was really good friends with MC Pancho. For those of you that know MC Pancho, right. They were actually co-workers. MC Pancho has told me a lot of stories about my grandpa, actually. Right. But with that being said, man, what we need to realize is that unions, they get paid to promote these political campaigns.
Yes, they do.
Right? So when we voted for LA City Council, these people ran on not allowing automation. They get into office, they start debating the issue, and guess what they did? They voted for it.
Yeah, they're voting
and
for it.
And then the longshoremen go and protest it, and they supposedly pause it, like they stop it, right? And then after they stop protesting and everything like cleared, they started it up again.
Yeah. No, I would say the longshoremen out of Long Beach, I think they got maybe like 20 years left, and after that, it's gonna be.
Well, thank God my dad's gonna retire from there, my boy. You know, like that's what I tell my dad all the time. Like you're good, man. You're gonna retire.
Yeah,
you're gonna be straight.
Sure.
But like I have family members, you know, that are my age, barely starting. I'm like, bro, you need to start something on the side, my boy.
You better, homie.
Like, or have investments, or you know, have your money right.
They might get lucky and they'll give them a nice severance pay, like everybody who's a union. Like, let's say. Like if I'm a guy that wants automation, I'll be like, all right, we gotta keep these guys happy. What are we gonna do? Okay, so check this out. We're gonna have to give everybody for every year $10,000. So if you've been there for
20 years,
yeah, we want you to retire right now.
200K. Yeah,
we're gonna break you off. Yeah, 200K. You've been there for 1 year, you're gonna get 10 racks. Somebody's been there for a year and they're gonna give you 10 racks. They're gonna be like,
hell yeah, right? Bro, you fucking hit.
Yeah, and that's the way they're gonna wipe it clean. All they're gonna keep is certain mechanics and all that. And the automation will pay for itself in 10, 15 years. And after that, it's full profit, bro.
Oh, yeah.
And it's the way of the future. I mean, I know some people don't want to hear it, but when it comes to automation, to me, it would almost be like the horse and buggies back in the day saying, no, we don't want no cars on the road because they're taking away jobs from us.
Or like bank tellers saying we don't want ATMs.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go.
Or the newspaper saying they don't want Google.
Or Mickey D's, homie. Everything's automated. Carnal.
That's true. You go in there and you can just order from the screen.
Everything's automated. What else you got on the books right there?
So
I love it.
We're gonna go into Trump's tax plan, my boy.
Okay.
Which focuses a lot on job opportunities, wage growth, and deregulation and tax cuts.
What do you think about it?
I think it's great. I think all right, I'm gonna just give you my personal opinion before we start. I think it's great, mostly because the majority of us Latinos are again in the middle to upper middle class. We make up most of that, like in our community. In ours, most of our people are on that, bracket. Now, for the lower income individuals, I mean, do you really want to be reliant on a tax return? That's what I don't understand.
They do.
You think so?
Oh, they do, bro. They do. I mean, yes.
They love that 6K check at the end.
Of course, bro. They're taking 10 out of mine and giving 6 to them and keeping 4. That's how it's working right now, bro.
Man, well, look, man, I personally can't see my life like that. I personally can't rely on a tax return or making a lower. Like, to me, bro, I'm a lion dog. Like, I got to go out there and I got to eat,
But that's what that's their playbook. They'll give away free money. Like right now, Kamala Harris saying, and I think even the VP said, I mean, what's the name that's running for VP for Trump?
Lots.
That they want to give $6,000 child credit. And to me, listen, I mean, you want to have kids, get your money, but I think that does the wrong thing. What's going to happen is you're going to have young girls in the hood with 6 racks in their pocket for having a kid at 15, 16 years old. And it's going to, other young girls in the hood are going to be like, how'd you get that money? Shit, I had a baby. Shit, I'm going to have my baby. I want that money. And then.
Baby with no father, though.
Yeah, but they don't give a shit because they got $6K, and to them, they think $6K might as well be $600,000. But
And that's the reason why I started my podcast, bro, to promote that financial literacy, to promote that. We shouldn't depend on that, bro. Go out there and go get it. You feel me?
And I wish it was just that easy, but it's not, homie. Breaking the cycles in the hood, people are stuck with that stuff, bro.
And they're stuck with it because everyone around them is doing it. But let's
Yes.
get into the proposals, though, bro. So Trump, he's come out, talked a lot and everything. A lot of people, they're like, oh, he's just talking. But in reality, to me, bro, everything I heard in 2016 kind of did happen. Like, what the fuck? The promise made, promise kept. I seen it with my own eyes. So it's like, I'm going to go with the guy that has performed and not someone that's promising something and never did anything for 4 years. But let me get to it. Key proposals, bro, are no tax on overtime. Now, I know,
that's great.
For construction workers out there, anyone in hospitality, anyone in the service industry, right? That's going to be amazing for them because they'll be able to get that overtime pay, which is what, time and a half?
Yeah, time and a
if
half.
I'm not
bro.
mistaken.
Time and a half.
And I know income. I mean, I know income tax, I'm sorry.
That'd be dope, bro.
That'd be sick, right? Another thing is eliminating taxes on tips.
That's another good one.
So imagine you working that overtime and you're getting all that tip money.
Yeah, it'll help people actually start, getting out of the hole, bro.
Exactly. And again, for all those people working those jobs, you are not lower class. I know some people get confused with middle class and lower class. Lower class is anyone making technically $50,000, under $50,000, lower class. So if you're in those jobs, you are middle class. You will benefit from Trump cutting those taxes. Now, another thing that the left does is they always talk about, they try to scare seniors. And seniors are just like kids. They're emotionally driven, kind of. You know what I'm saying? They're a little older, so they take things a little bit more personal. And they always try to scare them with, oh, he's going to take away your Social Security.
Yeah, for
this
sure.
and that. When in reality, if you listen to the man, he said he wants to eliminate Social Security tax for seniors.
Yeah, they shouldn't have any tax. So it's insane.
Not only that, but would you like your abuelito or your abuelita that depends on that Social Security now to have taxes?
Absolutely.
Come
That'd
on,
be great,
man. It doesn't make sense for those that are not listening to the facts.
Well, the thing is, people just hate Trump because his delivery, bro. Because
He's too raw.
Yeah, every single one of those things. If a Democrat said it, if Kamala Harris said it, they love it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's a great idea. Like all of a sudden, she came out with the no tips. Like, wait a minute, haven't I heard that somewhere?
Yep.
It's like straight.
It's like not only that, but the wall.
Yeah, she's
Oh,
for
we're
the
gonna
wall
start funding
now.
for the wall. Like, weren't you saying that shit was racist?
She's for the wall. She's for fracking. She's for a tighter border. She's for funding the police. Like, wait a minute, who is this lady?
You're running on everything you were running against in 2020,
Yes.
right? Which is crazy. But also, going back to Trump's policies, he's also going to incentivize businesses to bring back manufacturing jobs into the United States by cutting, I think, taxes for them.
Well, yeah.
Pretty much just incentivating them to bring back manufacturing and construction mainly, and that's your industry mainly, bro, which we make up 35%.
Yeah, for sure. Johnny Lowe, $9.99 super chat. ILWU needs to talk to that signal working GG8 at WCT last night. A little chat. Homeboy always in a bad mood and acting like a dick. From Bridgetown Transport. So I don't know who that guy is. He's talking to you, fool?
No, but I mean, if he's a truck driver, I understand him, bro. Some longshoremen are just assholes down there, my boy.
That what he's talking about?
I think that's what he might be talking about.
Last night, little chat. Homeboy
know what I'm
always
saying?
in a bad mood and acting like...
I think that's what it is, bro. Because the truck drivers and longshoremen, like, they're like, you know what I'm saying? They be going at it because, truck drivers go there and longshoremen think they run shit down there. And
Yeah,
stuff like that.
yeah. They got
It's,
that.
it's a little politics down there, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's the politics of the longshoreman, homie. Trucha, shout out to you, Johnny Lowe.
Oh, yeah. All right. Well, but is that true? Bro, I don't know. These are proposals. Do you believe everything Kamala says?
Straight up. No,
Come on, dog.
Okay, one thing that... Okay, like I said, 4 years ago, I was on that F Trump train all day long, fool. That's what me and Chingo Bling got into it, homie, for Trump. I was F you, Chingo, F Trump. If you voted for Donald Trump in 2016 and whatever he promised you, whether you like it or not, he was one of the first presidents that pretty much everything he promised, he either tried to do or we actually did.
Yeah.
Okay. So if
There's an effort made.
Yeah. Most guys will give you the song and dance, and after that, they're gone. Bro.
Yeah, they're running around.
He said, I want to do this at the border. shut that bitch down. I'm gonna do the abortion. Did the abortion? Got the Supreme
states.
Court. Got the Supreme Court in there. I'm gonna put tariffs. He put the tariffs in there. I'm gonna renegotiate NAFTA. He renegotiated NAFTA. Like I'm gonna sit there. Who else can go with Kim Jong Un, homeboy?
Oh yeah, and not only that,
That's
but
gangster. Like,
oh,
come on.
that was gangster,
That's
bro.
gangster,
that fucking
bro.
picture is
That's
fucking.
gangster, bro.
Do you think that's more gangster than him getting shot and standing up right after?
No. That's, come on, homie. Fight.
I ain't
No.
lying, bro. That shit was legit. But let's continue on it. Let's go to Kamala Harris's tax plan.
Let's shoot.
It's a little different approach for everyone out there. Hey, look, shout out to my dad
Where's your dad at?
right there. He said, "I'm proud of my son Mario."
Oh, the Birdman.
that's
Damn,
my
Birdman.
That's my pops. IOW 13 right there. That's a union member right there.
That's right,
Yeah.
homeboy. Shout out to Pops, homie.
Yeah, my pops, man. My pops was when he didn't really understand politics at first, and thankfully he started having an open mind with me and hearing me out
Right.
because he kind of grew up with that union mindset and stuff like
course.
that. But after I think seeing the policy changes from Joe Biden, it was a done deal for him, man.
I believe that a lot of people also are afraid. It's almost like coming out the closet, bro, and saying, I'm conservative. Like, what?
Oh, dude, I did that on Instagram. I legitly did that. Like when I came out as a conservative, I made like Instagram posts at the time. I was 18.
Right.
I was a youngster, like immature at the time, and I was like, being a Republican in California is like being a closeted gay and like back in the days, right?
Right.
And I'm like, and I'm gonna just fucking come out. I'm a fucking Republican, like, and I was like Trump 2020 and shit like that,
shit,
bro.
so
Yeah.
back then.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Nowadays, it's not unheard of at all, bro. Everybody's coming out, but every time I go to any event, I always have conversations with people about stuff like, hey, Gil, I fuck with you, man. I like what you're doing.
On the low, huh?
Oh, all day long, fool. All day long. I'll be like, fool, Cholos for Trump, fool. And they're like, nah, fool, I know, fool. I just can't do it because, they're either.
My tia or whatever.
No, sometimes there's certain music industry. They're doing some kind of movie stuff. They're even.
Oh, it'll affect their relationships.
They're even in politics and don't want to sit there and come out, bro. But I think when we come out like this, it just opens up the door for more people to say, hey, man.
And start thinking.
Yes. Start thinking outside the box.
Now, going to Kamala Harris's plan, guys. Yes, her plan does focus more on tax credits and relief for lower income families.
Free money.
Now, she claims it'll help the middle class, but I think that's debatable, and I think we should talk about that right now.
I think that kind of stuff does what a lot of the welfare program did in the 70s, late 60s, early 70s.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, and what it did
When it broke the black family.
It broke all the families, bro. It started making just people dependent on welfare.
Yeah.
Welfare is a great thing to help you get off on your feet and start living your life and eventually start being self-sustainable in your own life. But too many people have gotten to the point where, oh, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna have another kid.
There should be a time limit.
I think they started doing a time limit, but I don't know how. I think a time limit, but once you have another kid, the clock starts again.
Well, man, it's crazy because Kamala Harris has not even mentioned welfare, but these are her tax policies.
Right.
She pretty much wants to expand that earned income tax, and that Latinos, especially the ones in the lower income brackets, will benefit from higher returns and pretty much support from the government, pretty much making you government dependent. Also, the LIFT Act. So you did mention this. They want to give married couples up to $6,000 in tax credits. Again, significantly aiding lower income Latino families, man. Now, also, how is she going to fund this? How is she going to do this? By taxing the wealthier households, supposedly, right?
Allegedly.
Now,
Opportunity
what are
economy,
these?
that's what it is.
But I want to make a definition. What does she mean by higher income households, right? And we'll get to that later. But she pretty much just wants to tax pretty much entrepreneurs and Latino business owners that are actually trying to go up in the tax brackets,
It's
right?
tough, bro. Yeah.
Bro, it's like I'm trying to become a millionaire. Millionaire mindset. Shout out to Bricks and Mansions for the shirt.
That's
sponsor
right.
of this episode, you could say. And the thing is, bro, if I'm trying to go from middle class to upper class, how hard is that for me right now?
No, yeah, and right now is not the time to be taxing people more. Everybody's already underwater. Everybody's already feeling the crunch, and she wants to sit there and and take money from people who are working hard and distribute over here. That's what's going on in American politics when it comes to the Democrats. It's like they want a socialist country, bro. They want everybody to be equal, but they want to be more equal than others, brother. They want to still have their private securities, live in their mansions, do this and that, but they want all you common folk. No, you guys should all be the same.
And that's exactly what happened with Hugo Chavez.
That's what's going on.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what's going on with Mexico, with the cartels being tied with this new communist regime in there and everything. I cover that. That's why I bring that up, bro. I cover that because I have family down there and they always send me political stuff. So I'm up to date with what's going on. We identify with the PAN Partido, which is technically like the Republicans of Mexico. Yeah. So, and then the Morena, which is pretty much the ones that have been in power with Andres Lopez Obrador. They're pretty much like the Democrats.
Damn, did you see
Same policies and everything too.
That one mayor in Mexico that got
beheaded. Yeah, I've seen that, bro. Crazy.
Bro, that's politics right there.
Bro, do you know how many candidates died this election cycle?
I heard over 30 something.
Yeah, I think it's close to 40 or 50.
That's insane, bro.
Yeah.
And 29 when they were running for president.
Yeah. It's ridiculous, bro. It's ridiculous. Actually, we're from Mexico, bro. We were the only state not to vote her in.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, but that tells you that
we're a strong conservative stronghold. Like we're like the Texas of like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, it's a sham over there. The elections. It's
fucked. Yeah, it's fucked. I mean, and the thing is, bro, is coming from a Fresa family. I don't know if you know what that is.
What?
Pretty much just a higher income family in Mexico.
Okay.
They're actually the ones taking the tax bill. So I actually I'm getting the info from them because they're actually getting affected by the policy changes.
Okay, yeah, for sure.
Now, I do want to talk about middle income families, Latino families here in the United States, which means 50,000 to 150,000. Look, Trump's tax plans are going to reduce regulation and it's going to focus on industry growth. So again, construction, manufacturing, hospitality, service jobs, all that we typically work, we're going to see an increase of work opportunities. If you're done with your job, you want a different work opportunity, you're probably going to have that. You're also going to have competitive wages. You got to also remember, when you have a free market, when you have actual competition, and you're the best cement guy I know, man, but two companies want you, what's going to happen? They're going to have to bid for you.
Yeah, they're going to compete for you.
They're going to have to compete for you, right? And that's what people need to realize, that by deregulating and incentivizing industries, you're going to allow more people to have opportunities to negotiate wages.
Yeah, the problem with that is sometimes, not even sometimes, all the time, greed will take over. So you can deregulate, but you got to have some mechanisms in order for when the greed takes over. Kind of like when Bush came in and he deregulated like the banking and all that stuff. And that's when we had the big crash in 2008 because all these guys
It was Obama.
I don't know if it was Obama.
It was Obama.
No.
Obama bailed out the banks.
No. I'm not talking about bailing out the banks. I'm talking about deregulating the banks. Who deregulated the banks was Bush.
Yeah. The one that caused the crisis.
To me, listen, Bush caused that whole crisis. Obama actually did a decent job saving it, but yeah, everybody bailed out the banks and not one person went to jail, bro. Like, come on, you guys, this is major fraud. This ain't even me going to Chase and writing a check.
Yeah, not only that, but guess what they're doing again? Bailing out the banks.
Yeah.
It's exactly why do you think there's interest rate cuts right now, bro? They're trying to bail out the banks because they can't pay back their debt. So what is the banks going to do? They're going to borrow more money, which is going to cause them to inflate the money supply, print out that money, and those banks are going to borrow that money and start giving out loans at 0%, 2%, 1%. And yes, that's going to stimulate growth. But I promise you 2027, 2028, the same inflationary pressures we're feeling right now, we're going to feel it in a couple years, bro.
Yeah, well, hopefully we got Trompito coming in the building, homie.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
So anybody wants to call in, this is your time. If you disagree with any of us or agree, 747-279-8109. I love how people leave disparaging or bad comments, but they never have the will to call, to go ahead and you know what, you want to disagree or agree? Here we go. Hotline, what you got?
Controlo.
What's happening, homeboy? Talk to us.
Hey, what's up? This is Chicano Duke.
What's up, Chicano Duke?
What's up, man? I'm out here in North Hollywood. Well, I wanted to touch on earlier, you said they call you a sellout because you're voting for Trump.
Yes.
And the thing is, I get called that too. This is not about race. This is not about a person's race. It's about America.
Absolutely.
And they keep throwing out the race card. Oh, he's a racist. I was in the Army. I'm Mexican. I'm Chicano. I was in the Army 4 years. We were all green.
That's right.
I think I've always heard from, my bad for interrupting you, but I've always heard that in the military, you pretty much get the racism knocked out of you, right?
I think so. I think, when I was in the military, I wanted to be around my raza. I wanted to be around guys from Cali, and we listen to oldies and drink beer together. But at the end of the day, I was always a little torn because I'd say, okay, what if we go to war with Mexico? Because I'm Chicano, and I got a Mexican flag and an American flag.
Same.
So I was a little bit torn. So it took years for me until after I got out of the military to reflect and look back and think, you know what, Mexico is not doing anything for me. First of all,
facts.
I can't vote in Mexico. And on top of that, they always throw raza this, raza that. Raza's not going to pay your bills.
Right.
True.
Raza's they're not going to give you Section 8. They're not going to give you EBT.
Facts.
Right now, if I cut my leg open or I get in a car accident, I go to the VA.
That's right.
And I don't have to pay a dime in hospital bills, and I get pretty
And you
good
deserve it, my
medical care.
boy.
You think if I go to Mexico and cut my leg and tell them I'm a raza, they're going to give me free, they're going to give me medical, but then I come back to America and I get criticized for voting for Trump because I want the best for America.
Not only that,
and
bro. I said not only that, but me and you being Chicanos, because I'm also a Chicano. Both my parents are from Mexico. We get called pocho. They don't even claim us. We go down there and they call you gringo. They call you this and that. They really don't claim us, bro.
No, and they call you coconut. And
facts.
One time I was in Texas and I was going to hire some guys to do some brickwork for me. But I thought, you know what, I'm going to hire some Americans and not these guys in front of Home Depot because I want to give some Americans some jobs.
That's
so
right.
I hired this American contractor, and he went and hired some guys from Home Depot. you know what I mean?
Hey,
and,
man, at least the money's cycling.
Yeah, we do need cheap labor, but again, we just have to be American first. That's all I'm trying to say.
I agree with you, man.
Absolutely.
I think like put it this way too. Like, do you have your Mexican nationality?
I mean, what do you mean?
Like, do you actually have
citizenship
in Mexico?
Dual citizenship.
Well, I'm like third generation by now because my grandparents were born in America, but my great grandparents didn't even speak English, and they're from Guanajuato, and my mom's side's Hernandez, my dad's Arroyo. But I mean, my grandparents, my mom's side look white. Like if you saw them, you would think that was an old white lady, an old white man, but they're Hernandez, and they don't even really speak English.
Well, bro, I mean, people don't realize that. I mean, where I'm from, Central Mexico, my cousins are technically white, and people don't realize that not only did the Spanish went, but the French went. So you get a lot of whitexicans, you get a lot of light-skinned Hispanics, bro. I mean, but Mexico, at the end of the day, has different cultures, different indigenous cultures and stuff like that. I really don't know much about that. But, the reason why I ask you about if you have the nationality is because, we're Chicano, we're Mexican American, this and that. But without a nationality, you're not really Mexican because Mexican's not really a race.
Yeah, it's not.
Right?
But the thing is that people get stuck on that. And it's mostly pochos from here that'll be, and you go back there, I work with full Mexicans, bro. Yeah. And they will tell you, fuck, so that ain't no Mexican. That's a pocho, homie.
Now, people don't realize the difference between a pocho and a Chicano.
Yeah, at the end of the day, Gil,
yes.
and don't let them talk to you about, you're a sellout or you're not even Mexican or this, because it's not about race. It's about
I bang on them, homie. I ain't worried about them.
It's about being American.
Absolutely.
It's about America, and that's how they distract you.
Oh yeah, not only that.
Something at you. Mm-hmm.
I said not only that, but I don't think you plan on moving to Mexico. And I don't think anyone plans to move back to Mexico or anything like that. Where your kid's going to be born, where your grandkids are going to be born, like where their kids going to be born.
Sure,
like we're here, bro. Our parents made that sacrifice to be here. I don't think no one's going to leave.
Nah,
you know what I'm saying?
Hey, Duke, I appreciate the phone call, my man.
All right, you guys have a good night. And just one last thing. Can I say one last thing?
Yeah, go ahead.
Mexico has worse immigration laws than America.
Oh yeah, they enforce them.
If you go to Mexico, they'll deport you. So every nation has a border. Every nation protects its border.
Yep.
But when America does it, we're racist.
Facts.
And it's got nothing to do with race. And one more last thing is those immigration laws are already on the books. Kamala Harris doesn't need to pass any bill.
She's got to enforce them.
To close the border. Yeah, and all she has to do is enforce what already exists on the books for federal laws.
Thank you, brother.
You guys have a good night.
You too.
Thank you. I wanna just acknowledge Zapata right there. Zapata Vive.
Yes.
He's saying that this is an indigenous continent and that if I wanted to be white, why not go to Europe, this and that. Look, bro, let me tell you something, bro. Mexico itself was established by both indigenous and Spanish. If you look at New Spain, the capital was Mexico. Come on, bro. It's not that hard to do Mexican history.
Trucha Kimosavi, Sela Kimosavi, Sela Kimosavi.
Orale, carnal. Hey, I gotta twist. I gotta spin the narrative.
Texas.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta add some salsa to the frijoles, carnal.
Let's do it. What you got, Kimo?
You know what I'm saying? Hey, they say pocho, they say naco, they say presa, they say whatever, homie. Hey, we're all in the same.
We're all in the same boat. Hell yeah,
sir.
we're same burrito.
Hey, much respect to you, Manito, because you know what? You're the youth that's gonna guide us, man.
Yes,
but at the same
for
time,
sure.
we need the power, we need the force from the raza.
Yes.
No matter whether you're in California, no matter where you're down South Texas, man, we need people like you to be the vision.
That's right.
Stop with the YouTube yarda. Stop with the what side are you from? Can you check in? Can I go left? Can I go right? What color? Brown,
Man.
down. We're all for the same cause, man. You know what? But the only thing is that I can say, man, is raza and politics, man. It takes the whole bean pot, man, to move the mountain.
For sure.
And like I said, man.
We also need to
got you, go ahead.
We also need to stop being closed-minded, my boy. We also need to see that
of course.
we're fucking Americans, bro. If you really want to talk about raza, then we're the original Americans. Come on, man.
Of course.
And at the end of the day, bro, I mean, countries are like neighborhoods, right? Talking about like your American Cholo's lifestyle. Do you really want?
Right.
Do you want the best for your neighborhood, or do you want the best for another neighborhood? Come on, bro.
My hood, homie.
Exactly.
You know?
And you speak a lot of good points, man. Because you having relatives in Mexico, you know the stigma, you know the stereotype.
Oh yeah.
Especially you. I'm pretty sure you're familiar with it too. But man, the thing is, we need to come as a collective and as consensus, man. To make things happen. Because look at what's going on right now in Carolina and in Florida. People are complaining about their own people doing them wrong, man.
Yeah.
And it's crazy, man. You see people that are the same color going against each other because of resources, supplies, and that should shed a lot of light upon us, man, as raza, no matter where you're from, man. South America, whatever. Yes, sir. Go ahead.
You know what's crazy, bro? Is are you like go to Mexico or no?
I've been there. Yeah, I haven't been because of the way it is right now, but yeah.
Okay, well, I go often, bro. I actually go once a year because I'm actually the only American on my mom's side.
Respect.
All my mom's side, they're all Mexican. Like my mom's the only one that lives here and everything, and I'm the only American. I'm literally the only American in my mom's whole family. But with that being said, when I go down there, a lot of people also don't realize that Mexico is literally the most colorist and classist country ever. Like if you're indigenous, like how we have someone right here in claiming and stuff. If you're indigenous, you get treated like crap for not being lighter skin or not having money. Like
Indios.
Like they'll see you as an Indio, but if you have money, they'll treat you nice. But if you don't have money,
that's where
you're gone.
That's where the name Fresa and Naco come from.
Exactly. But I mean, hey, bro, I gotta describe.
You say that?
Yeah, I have to describe.
When I heard you say that, oh boy, you got school. You got school on that, man. But it's real, man. But you know what, man?
I have to,
I'm proud of you, man.
Yeah, but I have to.
I'm proud of you, man.
Appreciate it.
Good. That's what. But keep on doing what you're doing, man. And Gil, man, you know what? You need more shows like this, man. Because you know what, man, educators, man.
Hey, but you can check him out on his YouTube too.
Latin Wealth Club, LatinWealthClub.com and Latin Wealth Club on YouTube. Where we have a blog where I actually post like I make articles, bro. So I'll post like stuff that has to do with politics and finance, just so you can elevate your understanding. And also, I actually post like what we talked about, different income brackets and stuff like that. There's articles on my website where you could see where I break it down through incomes, how it'll affect your taxes, if you're actually going to make more money with Trump, if you're going to make more money with Kamala Harris. Also, I'm pro crypto. I'm really pro crypto.
That's the next
You're
big
crypto?
thing.
Crypto.
Oh, I thought you said I was a crib. I was like, wait a minute. Homie, what's up, Just checking, homie. Just checking.
Anyway.
But much respect to you, man.
Appreciate the calls,
salute, man. And Gil, man, hey, man, hold it down for the Brown, man.
You know what it is,
that's all we can do.
Thank you,
salute,
brother.
salute.
So, you know what? Zapata Vive. To me, I respect but I don't know who the guy is, but I respect when people have their certain opinion about that. But that war's over, fool. I hate to break the news. That war with the indigenous and the this and that, it's like you get on a bike and trying to throw a rock to a tank. I mean, that war's over. We have what we have now, and let's build on this.
Oh yeah,
that's what I look at.
Not only that, but again, New Spain. Like and all that stuff was a collaboration of Indio and Spanish, bro. It was never.
It wouldn't be us,
bro. The Mexican Empire, like that's why we're Raza, bro. It's pretty stupid.
I'm doing good. Who's this? Where you calling from?
From the city of Laverne, Jay.
Laverne, Jay. What's going on, brother? Talk to us.
Hey, I'm just glad. I'm just glad you're having a youngster, so this young community could see the way he's speaking coming out of high school. I like how his story was. I've been keeping up with the episode, and I love the fact that you yourself with experience of life, and there's youngsters coming up too that we can meet in the middle ground.
Absolutely.
And telling his side of the story, and it's so great to hear somebody younger than me have the mentality, and the views. It's like he said it too. We're all Americans. It's not. We gotta stop being close-minded, like he said earlier. Like, yeah, I'm Mexican, yeah, bro, but we live in America, dog. Like, we gotta think for our future, our people here.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, not only that, but your kids' future, homie. Like, I think that's the number one thing, bro.
Exactly, bro. And I think that our people kind of. I'm not putting down all the raza down, right? But I think we're in the middle of that breaking through out of that too. Like our people finally speaking up, and like yourself, you spoke up and you came out saying you're conservative and you got a lot of trash, right? But
hell yeah,
I think we're there at that point right now that I think our raza's fed up, bro. I can see it out here.
For sure.
I see it right here in Ontario. I see it in Fontana. I see it in Rancho Cucamonga. I see it in Pomona. I've seen raza. They're fed up, man. I don't even know. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I actually do a Spanish series on Light of Wealth Club. I haven't done one recently, but I actually do it with a guy that's an illegal immigrant.
Okay.
And he's pro-Trump and everything, and literally fucking we came out on Brown Union and we got a lot of shit because I made a post saying like, oh, illegal immigrants pro-Trump and shit like that. But he says it himself, bro. He's like, bro, first and foremost, I've been here in this country for 15 years or whatever, right? I've never been deported. How many times have they threatened with deportation and I never been deported? He's like, but right now I'm fucking suffering. He's like, fuck that. I'd rather have the country good and Americans good, because when Americans are good, guess who gets that cash money?
Yeah,
me.
For sure, bro.
And he's literally like, bro, what the fuck? Like, I'm an illegal immigrant. People are telling me I'm gonna get deported for supporting Trump or wanting Trump to be president. But it's like, bro, this is how I feed my family. I need this economy. I didn't come here for no reason.
There is nothing wrong with putting America first, bro. And that's the crazy part, that people have an issue with that. They want to put the rest of the countries. Nah, homie, we got so much poverty over here. We got so much homelessness over here. We got so much crime over here. But we're worried about Ukraine. We're worried about Israel. We're worried about sending money to other countries. Like, nah, bro. At some point, we need to get our affairs in order, and especially financially, before we can start worrying about everybody else.
You know what this Emilio Zapata guy reminds me of, Gil? He reminds me. It's like me being a Catholic, me crying that the Mexican government wanted to extinguish, not too long ago, less than 100 years ago, bro. It's like,
we're in 2024. We're thinking about the future, not the past, bro.
Come on, dog. Like the Catholics went through the same shit in Mexico, my boy. Come on.
What else you got? Caller, talk to us.
And then I was gonna say something else. And I always trip out too about our people too. Of course, like, when we're being in school all year, like, you vote for you're a Democrat. Like,
automatically, full.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we got to change that.
Yeah, you're right. And I always trip about that, right? So when we're being raised and we're getting older, I'm a Democrat, I'm not a conservative. But to me, it never makes no sense, bro, because you want to act like a Democrat and not care about this country. But when you go to Mexico, you're 100% conservative because you think about your families, you think about, your religion, and you think about the country of Mexico. But you're not even born over there, bro. So it's like, let's fix what we got here first with our raza, and then help the others put the ladder down. And
facts. And I want to add to that, my boy. My mindset actually comes from my mom's side in Mexico. So, fun fact, my mom is the one that raised me to be capitalist and anti-socialist and shit like that, because when I was growing up, we seen the downfall of Venezuela on Univision and all that when Hugo Chavez was in office and stuff like that. So, actually, my conservative ideology comes from Aguascalientes, Mexico, if you guys want me to point out where we're from. So,
okay. Hey, appreciate the call, caller.
Anytime, Gil. Thank you so much.
For sure, my man. Thank you.
Just keep spreading the word.
That's right, brother. Let me make sure we're still on over here. They booted off the chat, Chris. They booted us off the chat.
Too much shit talk. They probably reported that shit.
No,
huh?
they do sometimes, bro.
Yeah.
Huh? The whole studio crashed? Man, why would that do that?
Wi-Fi issues.
No, it shouldn't be Wi-Fi issues, bro. Believe it or not, we've had it where.
Oh no, we're good.
No, we've had it where we're talking politics and it hangs up on us, bro. Hotline, what you got?
Yo, what up? It's Jaden from Sacramento.
What's up, Jaden from Sacra? Talk to us.
Up north.
Yeah, kind of on the topic of illegal immigration. Recently, Elon Musk had a conversation with Tucker Carlson.
Yep.
And he was saying that
he was illegal.
If the Harris administration comes in, that this will be the last election because they're going to give mass amnesty to all the millions that have came in, and the swing states are just a small margin to win the election, and it'll be over from now on. What do y'all think about that?
I agree with him. 100%. When all the people were coming in and people were asking me, what do you think? I said, it's because they know that a good chunk of their base has finally opened their eyes to the race hustling they've been doing for so many years, to the bamboozling they've been doing for so many years. The Democratic Party says they are the party of the black man, of the brown man, of the minority. Nah, I mean, they just know how to hustle us better. And since they've seen the shift going a lot more towards the right, they need voters. They need fighters. So their fighters, they cast a vote. So they brought millions of people over here, and those millions of people are going to say that Biden brought them in, which he did. So from this generation on, they're going to vote Democrat, bro.
And I think it's even more going to happen because of the fact that they're allowing, nothing against Venezuelans, but they're allowing Venezuelans that voted for socialism in their country, which didn't work out for them, to come to this state, right? I mean, to the state of the United States, and solve socialism with socialism. Like, bro, all you're doing is breeding more socialism. So they're going to have like 20 kids, and all those 20 kids are going to vote for socialism because that's the ideology they're coming from their country, and then that's the ideology they're being fed when they're here in the United States.
Absolutely.
It's like, don't you learn from your first country?
Yeah, but for sure, I agree with that. They're definitely brought them in for the vote, my man.
I do agree too. Mostly with no voter ID, all those laws that they're posting.
That's insane, bro. Is that the only question you got?
Yeah, that's it. I don't know how the amnesty works. If they'll be able to do that, but I don't know, man.
Well, the only person to ever do amnesty was a Republican, Ronald Reagan, and my grandpa was actually a beneficiary from that.
But since it's asylum, they're gonna try to push it in there, and those asylum seekers are gonna start getting passed, and they're gonna be able to vote here.
They need to audit that, man. They need to audit that because come on, bro. You know how many stories are bullshit.
Appreciate the call, my man.
Yep, great show. Peace.
Thank you. Yeah, and what you bring that the other caller was saying, what you bring aside from that beautiful mustache that I'm jealous of, is he didn't get that one, Chris. He's too busy looking at the comments, bro.
Chris is all reading it.
Nah, fool. We're talking about your beautiful mustache, fool. Aside from your beautiful mustache that you bring, fool.
Thank you, bro.
What you bring to the table is for younger people to see it and not feel afraid to come out and
but
say.
But they hate me, dog.
No, they're gonna.
They be hating, fool. Like, my generation, fool, does not fuck with me, fool.
No, they do. There's a space for you. Hotline, what you got?
Doggies.
What's cracking?
What's up?
Are you going to the rally this weekend or what?
We're going to Coachella, fool.
Let's go. Let's caravan over there.
No, I got. Are you gonna go, fool?
I'm down if you're down.
No,
I'll go make content with you.
I've got a podcast this Saturday already on the books.
The only thing about that shit, that's gonna be an all-day thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, está cabrón,
fool,
güey.
Para ir allá, güey, you need to go like 4 a.m, full camp out.
But at least it's already cooled off. But now they send people emailed me this stuff. They send you a thing, you had to fill it out, send it like.
They need to do background checks and shit?
They're vetting you, bro. Yeah, they're vetting you. They send me. They say what part of this are you? Like 2 people send me the links to go, and I'm like, I got a podcast already, bro. But Trompito is gonna be in the building.
So if you're down, I'd be down to go do content.
I got my tanguita ready and everything.
Hey, fool, I actually got a white MAGA hat and a red one, so I got options, my boy.
He got tanguita with the elephant on there, bro. Nothing major.
Shit.
With the ears and everything.
Damn.
Oh, shit.
Hell yeah.
All right,
That's a good one. All right, man.
Appreciate the call, fool. Late.
That's funny.
Yeah, but no, dude, listen. If everybody likes you in the realm that you're in, talking some politics, and you're not doing something right, bro.
No, you know what's another thing I also think about a lot, bro. I'm like, the day you move out and the day you're actually like either living paycheck to paycheck or you're not saving as much money as you're saving because of politics, you're gonna understand us, bro.
Yeah,
You're gonna
for
understand
sure.
it. I mean, I understand I'm growing up a lot faster than a lot of people, but it's like you're gonna get to that point. It's like you, bro. You're all Democrat, and then now you're all Republican. But again, you gotta also remember we're not like married to the Republican Party.
No, I call myself a conservative, bro, and that's it. Cause
It's because of moral values, though.
yeah, hotline, what you got? Yes, you're on. Talk to us.
Hey, this is Alex. I just had a question for Latin Wealth Club. Is he gonna ever take live? Is he ever gonna take live phone calls on his podcast?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to, bro. I'm saving up right now for like a studio. I do it out of my house, and we do everything pre-recorded as of right now.
Okay.
Okay, and then also, a lot of us, your parents, your mother isn't like all the rest of Latina women, which are mostly liberals, and they do ballot harvesting in their family.
They do.
They, take the ballots of their dumb kids that don't vote.
Literally.
And their, a lot of their family members that don't vote. And they, fill it in as Democrat and they send it in.
Yeah,
so
no, I've met people like that, bro. I've literally met people that have told me that.
Have to start doing some ballot harvesting of their own for conservative values.
That's true. But it'd be more like grandmas doing that because they're the ones that are really conservative.
Yeah, or the men or
Something.
brothers or whoever is in their right mind in the family.
But you
And
know what it
also,
is, bro? It's also having those open conversations.
Just what's the best way to get wealthy? By using an accountant or a financial advisor with a bank?
I would say both, bro. Talk to both and spread your options. Like, I would say diversify your options so that way okay, this might benefit me more. Because at the end of the day, the bank, they're going to try to sell you on a CD. While a financial advisor is going to try to set up a plan for maybe to get out of debt, build wealth, buy a house or whatever. They actually set up a financial plan. So I think in your case, you probably want to talk more to like a financial planner, an accountant.
And what do accountants do?
They do everything from taxes, tax strategies, and well, that's really just the accountant. But the financial advisor is kind of like if you get a little bit of the best of both worlds, then they will take care of you. Actually, if you want an accountant, a good one, Certified Taxes, he's my personal CPA.
Oh yeah, I've seen him on your show before.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Yeah.
Alex follows you.
He's like a robot. Yeah, he's like a robot.
He is. Shout out to Kevin though. Shout out to Kevin. He gets nervous, fool. That's why.
Appreciate the call, Alex.
All right, thank you. All right, have a good night, guys. Thank you.
Alex is always a good guy.
Yeah.
See what you got in here to make sure.
Oh, is that? And that's probably the Alex that's always in my DM that I'm always like. There's fools like I be conversating with and I don't even know them.
Private. Hotline.
Oh, this would be a little prank call or something.
What's going on, caller? It's Cholo, homeboy. Talk to me.
Yeah, what's up, man? How's it going?
Good. What's going on? You got a question for us? Comment?
Yeah.
Shoot.
I got a question. I got a question for the both of you guys.
All right.
Were both of you guys born in America?
Correct. Or I was.
I was not. I was born in Honduras.
Oh, okay.
So I know what it is to live in a third world country, brother.
Did you come here legally?
Did I come here legally? I don't know. Get with your question. I think I know who this is again. He's gonna go.
Did you come here legally?
Let me see. Go ahead. Get your question because whichever way I answer, you're gonna try to spin. No, I answered the first question. Now go ahead. What you got?
No, I'm not trying to say nothing. No, did you come here legally?
I came here legally, brother. Yes.
You did come here legally?
I answered the question. Yes.
Okay. Now, in between that time, did you go to jail? Did you commit felonies?
It's the same guy. Listen, bro. Let me just get it out the way for you. I came
you
here.
were no better than anybody else.
There you go. I told you. He was getting ready. He always starts it, and he starts chook. Listen, buddy.
He was trying to set you up.
Yeah, I already know who he is, but that's why he always calls it private. Listen. You're the kind of guy that will say, because I was a gang member and a criminal, I can't speak against people to do that stuff. That's the most stupidest thing in the world. That means I evolved, right? So in other words, I should still be on the blocks smoking dope or slanging dope because I'm just a dumb criminal for the rest of my life, right?
And that's what liberals want you to be.
You're a hypocrite.
And what are you?
You're a hypocrite.
And
You're
what?
a hypocrite.
And what
Not
are
me,
you?
not me.
And what are
You're the
you?
one-
What
you're
are
the
you?
one friggin-
What
you're
are
the
you?
one
What
going
am I
on here.
spreading, bro? What am I
Coming
spreading?
on.
Am I spreading cooties?
You're saying
That's a
we
bata fool,
want
probably.
those-
Yeah,
we want those guys. We want those guys.
Who said we want those guys? You said those guys?
We want those guys that are not breaking laws, that come here legally. And we're like, how did you come here? Well,
I told you I came here legally, and it didn't fit your narrative. So then you start going, "You're a hypocrite. You're typical liberal, bro. Typical liberal." I said I came here legally, bro. And then, did you do this?
Hey, bro, I'd like to ask you who deported more people, Donald Trump or Obama? Please answer that one, please.
Easily, Obama.
Thank you.
Obama.
Thank
But he don't
you.
want to
So
talk
who's a
about policy.
hypocrite? So who's a hypocrite?
Yeah, he don't want to talk about that though, bro.
Come on, bro.
Obama deported more than Trump.
Yeah, Obama deported more than Trump. Yes, he deported more than Trump. Facts.
So what's your argument
So
here?
is Obama worse than Trump?
Share the facts.
That is a fact.
Share the facts.
That is a fact.
That is a fact.
No.
Just because you say no, it doesn't. It just. He said
No, it's all right. My feelings. I'm so hurt.
Who's the guy who started in fuck, what's that fucking movie, bro? The one that they dance. It's an old ass movie. And they're having an argument about it. Kevin Spacey, not Kevin Spacey. Fuck, Footloose. Who started in Footloose? Come on, Chad. Who was the guy who started in Footloose?
I have the answer for that.
Huh? Kevin Bacon. There's a meme. There's two people there arguing with the liberal, and the guy's like, "Hey, who turn it on?" He's like, "Hey, who started in Footloose?" Like what's his name? Kevin Bacon. And the Democrats said, "No." It's like, "Yeah, Kevin. No, it's a fact. No." Like
that's exactly
only
what this
because
one did.
you just say no doesn't mean it ain't true, bro. Obama deported more. Let him back in, Chris. Let him back in.
Hey, close the doors after Cholo came in, huh?
That what happened for?
Yeah, because you say, "Oh, I came in," so close the doors.
The little yellow bus goes round and round. The little yellow bus goes round and round.
That's why you live in California.
That's supposed to be disrespect.
And if you don't live in
California, blue motherfucker.
Hey, where do you live at?
Where do you live at, fool?
Aside from your grandma's basement,
motherfucker.
You don't live in
California.
How the fuck are you making fun of California? You live in California.
Yeah. Talk to me, bro.
I'm not making fun of California. I'm making fun of the fact that you criticize California.
Today, Junior.
Hey, buddy. I always appreciate the phone calls, bro. Thank you so much.
Hey, yo, for sure.
All right, fool. Late.
Fucking illegal.
Hey, isn't he a liberal? He just called us illegal.
Hey.
He said you fucking illegal.
I think that's about the best way to close off the show, Chris. I think we got one more call, man. That was good. That was good, though. Highlight, what you got? Hello. All right, they're out of here. Give us some outro music over here, Chris.
Bro, that last one was...
Hey, welcome to my world, bro.
I love it.
And I already know.
I love it.
I got a lot of repeat callers, bro, and he's always asking the same question. I'm gonna let this one call go through. Hotline, what you got? Hello.
From Santana, big dog.
Oh, from Santana. What's going on, my brother? How you been?
Oh shit, hater rules. You got a name. You put your name out there on.
What's going on? Homeboy, talk to us.
Hey, that fool's that was you're talking to earlier. He's the type of fool that wears a mask by himself in his car, dog.
Yeah, you know this.
Hey,
in the shower.
He's the one that has the gloves on and the mask on by himself in the car, full like a straight weirdo.
Oh, you know, hey, but he was entertaining, bro. I'll give him that much. He was entertaining.
Hey, dog! Shout out to all the linemen out there. We're about to go and hit Florida.
Oh shit!
We got about 10,000 linemen heading out.
Oh wow!
Shit. Be safe out there, homie.
For sure. Be safe.
Yeah. So we got a cruise that were in Chicago. And they rerouted us because they said Florida's about to get hit. So, and a lot of people are affected by it, and all that FEMA and all that shit ain't doing nothing, dog. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we gotta do it.
They forgot about us, bro. I think that's the best way to put it. And what I mean by us is us Americans, everyone. Doesn't matter what race you are.
Exactly. You know what I mean? And right now, a lot of people are. So worried about, he's a fucking, he's voting for Trump, he's racist, or he's that. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, dog, we're at the end of the day, we're all human. We all got character, right?
Yes, sir.
And of course, I'm a Trump supporter, of course, but at the end of the day, like, you got to put all that shit to the side, man. It's a lot of shit's going on right now, dude, where, people are out there fucking, today they told us, call your loved ones and tell them you love them because we don't know what's going to happen. We're out there. We're on the front line, dog. You know what I mean? And shout out to all the linemen out there that are, we're all going to go out there and try to get all that power back on. You know what I mean? And
Yeah, homie.
Make it happen,
a lot of
man.
work.
Yeah, go.
I appreciate you, Art, man, and all you boys.
Yep.
Stay safe.
Local 47 all day, baby.
That's right.
And you guys be safe and Trump 2024, motherfuckers.
Nothing
That's
major.
right.
That's right, homeboy. Thanks for the call.
All right, man.
Later, Art. That's right, homeboy. So, yeah, let's get out of here, homeboy. But let people know where they can find you.
Latin
the whole
Wealth Club
shebang.
on Instagram, LatinWealthClub.com, Latin Wealth Club on Instagram, LatinWealthClub.com online. Read our blog, elevate your knowledge of finance and politics. And with that being said, we'll see you on the next one.
Say that 10 times in 30 seconds, homeboy. You make $1,000.
LatinWealthClub.com. LatinWealthClub.com.
All right, people. With that being said, appreciate you guys coming in. Leave a comment whether you agree or disagree with us. It's about us having the conversation. Appreciate you. Make sure to go follow the homeboy, LatinWealth.com. I can say it slowly.
Latin Wealth Club.
Oh, Latin Wealth Club.
Our ops are Latin Wealth.
They said our ops, homie. Nothing major.
There's literally another podcast with the same name.
Yeah, there's many like that.
It's like that. So,
but appreciate it, homeboy. Next time, whenever you want to come in, just hit me up. We'll do the same thing. We have a show on Friday, I believe, with the Valleros. It'll be Matt, Boo Boo, I have to Boo Boo, and Droopy. Saturday, 12 noon, we have the Pot Brothers at Law coming in. So, we get a little.
Shout out to Free Bliss, Looney, right?
Yeah.
Hey, bro, we follow each other, and I like what he posts and shit, bro.
Yeah,
like
for
all
sure.
his day like 800 and something like that, bro. Like that shit. I'm never gonna live his lifestyle, right? But it motivates me to know that people are out there really trying, you know what I'm saying?
Sure,
and
homie.
people like him are like fucking out there doing it, you know?
The boy,
so shout out to him, bro.
Okay, with that, we're out, people. Let's run it.
That was good.
Good shit, fool.